Alrighty, good morning folks, out and about on a Saturday morning, bright and early. The sun's not up yet. I've got this deepish hole, pardon me, it came out of the full depth of the pro pointer, and you can see I've turned out what appears to be a penny here. Let me give it a bit of a scrub. Okay, so I've got Queen Victoria's head on there, which is super awesome, which means we've got ourselves an old British. Date wise, let's give it a bit of a rub. Of course there's a little bit of gunk obscuring Britannia, or the bottom of Britannia, which is where I need to be for the date. Just give me a second. Alright folks, so I'm just going to put you on hold for a sec while I give it a scrub. Alright folks, I've still got no idea. I can tell you it ends in a 9. That's about as good as it gets. It could be 1869, it could be 1879. I don't think it's 1889, looking at the portrait on the back there. So when I get home I'll have a good look at it and see what we turn up with, eh? Alright, let's keep going. Alright folks, the sun's just come out. Oh, it's a bit of a cloudy day, so the light's a bit overcast, but down about 4 inches. Looks to have got myself a penny. Let's have a bit of a look at that, eh? Just a bit of a rub on the leg. Okay, got King George V, so it's going to be a Commonwealth of Australia penny. It's just been dropped, of course. Let's have a bit of a look. She's in pretty bad nick, folks. It's going to be another one for the wrap up, I think. But you can see the words 1 penny there, and you can see it's Commonwealth of Australia, and that's all I can tell you at the moment. So we'll give it a bit of a scrub and have a look at the wrap up, eh? All right, let's keep going. How good is this, folks? I love these things. It's not often you find beautiful little pieces of history like this, but look at the size of that square nail. I'll put my pro pointer against it. I mean, we're talking about something that's a 6-inch nail. Beautiful big old brass square nail. Look at that. Sweet. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, check this out, folks. I just dug what I thought was trash. Now you can see it was folded up, and it looked a lot like a beaver tail. I unfolded it and you can see where the clean bits are. If I turn it over though, look up the top of there. Can you see those hallmarks? I'll put it on my leg. It's actually silver. So it looks to be a shield, a silver shield that's been attached to a plaque or something similar. It's been folded up and discarded. It's super thin, but you can see the mounting points where it was nailed on at some stage. Now when I found it, this is the only part I could see folded up, so I unfolded it and hey presto, look at that. I'll when I get home I'll look that up, but that looks like sterling silver on the left, sorry. The Lion Passat looks like Chester. The 3 sheaths in a shield, and I can't see the last hallmark. But sweet, not bad for a bit of trash. All right, let's keep going. Okay, folks, we're still cracking along here. My next find looks to be a badge or something similar. I'll get it up in the sun so you can see it. I'm pretty sure it says Gilmore. It does. On the back of it, looks like your standard Stokes. Maker's mark. and the pin is snapped off. No, it's not Stokes, it's Angus and Coote. There we go there. More than likely a school badge or a cricketer's badge. This where I have this park I'm in at the moment used to be a cricket field many moons ago. Alright, not exactly what I'm looking for, but I'll take it. Let's keep going. Right folks, my next target was an 82 on the nose both ways. Was a pretty scrappy find. Had to hunt around for a little bit in the hole, but it looks to be a it is Commonwealth of Australia penny, 1927. Bit of a rub so you can have a look at it. Look at that, beautiful, straight out of the ground. It's a bit variable here, sometimes it's sand, sometimes it's not, sometimes they come out good and sometimes they come out crap. Alrighty, let's keep going. Okay, so the more I play with this machine, the more I learn, and I think that's a natural process. A 94, 96, 92, really loud and on the surface is usually a Corona cap. And when it's not, when it's a deep one, you end up with things like that. Now that looks paper thin. I'm going to go with an Old English. I'm going to go with a sixpence. Well, I was wrong on the sixpence, it's a threepence. And I was wrong on the Old English. It's an Australian. As you can see there by the coat of arms. I reckon it's a 1910. I'm pretty sure I can see the 10 at the end there. Yeah, I reckon she's a 1910 Australian threepence. So the first year it was minted. It's quite thin. There's King George, the there we go there. Alrighty. Let's keep going, eh folks? Okay, so I got a nice 94 right at the edge of this this scrub here, and it looks like I've popped out a fob or something similar. That's the back of it, as best as I can see. And it's got a number on the back, 1411. Let's clean the front off and see what we've got, eh? Being careful not to break that that ring sitting just there. Alright folks, I'm going to get the toothbrush out and give this a clean and get back to you. Okay, so with a combination of spit and toothbrush, we've managed to get ourselves a bit of visibility on that. It looks to be a fob from the Australian Tramway Employees Association. The Australia coat of arms in there. It's pretty cool. I have not found one of those before. I'll do a bit of research when I get home. You know, it would have been really nice if it was silver, but I'm pretty sure with the 1411 there, if records are around, you'd be able to track down who the actual fob belongs to, that particular employee number. But that's pretty cool. Alright, well worth coming out. Let's keep going. Okay folks, my next find, down probably 4 or 5 inches, looks to be a bracelet. It looks to have been plated, just looking at the copper coming through. Damn it, why can't I ever find these solid? I found a couple of these now. At least this one's heavier than the last one I found, which had the telltale made in Hong Kong on the back of it. But yeah, there's not going to be any hallmarks on that. And the clasp, I don't know how that's come off unless it's been in someone's pocket. But yeah, you can see the wear through right there. It's got a bit of weight to it, but nope. Alright, let's keep going. Alright folks, this one's not an absolutely awesome find. It'd be awesome if it was complete, but it's not. You can see just there, I've managed to get the Ost out of an Australia shoulder flash. These were worn World War II on the epaulets of the uniform, and they were curved. The ralia is nowhere to be found. I'm assuming it's been snapped and then discarded, which is a bit unfortunate, really. I do like finding these old military pieces, in case you haven't noticed. But hey, it's a find nonetheless. Alrighty, pretty well going to wrap it up. I'm on the way back to the car. Got about 10 minutes left. But we'll see you at the wrap up. Alright, folks. Alright, folks, just wrapping up the hunt from this morning. It wasn't too bad. I mean, we got a few bits and pieces. Wasn't my best, but you know what? It's always good to get out. Let's go through the pre-decimals. We've got a 1927 penny. The one I couldn't identify in the field, I've had to do a bit of work on. There it is there, it's a 1920. And the British one, I had to really sort of gouge it out a little bit to get 1879. That's a stellar find, that one. The only silver coin we got today was this 1910 threepence. I believe I said King George on the back. That's incorrect. It's actually Edward V. So that's my mistake from the field, corrected. Paid for my coffee on the way there. So what do we get? 2, 4, 6, 8, $9.50. 1 and 2 cent pieces, as per usual. In the relics and bits and pieces, I got that half of an Australia badge. Pretty sure that's the bottom end of a fob chain. Got that Junker bracelet, the Gilmore badge, and now the cool stuff. The Australian Tramways Employees Association badge. It's always nice to find stuff you've never seen before, and that's one I haven't. And for me, the fluke find of the day is this this piece of silver. Like I said, it was all folded up. You can see where the folds are, like they've been thrown away. I'll try and get in as close as I can so you can see the marks. So on the 3 marks in a row there, you've got the Lion Passat, the sterling silver. You've got the Chester mark, and then you've got a stylized N, which is a 1903 date mark. And then up in this top corner, you've got the maker's mark. Now, it's really hard to make out the maker's mark, but what I can do is bring you over here and show you on my my iPad what the actual mark is, and it's that one there, Howard and Walsh. Okay, and just so you can get a better look at the date code, you can see there 1903, and that's the wait, that was in, yeah, sorry, 1913. I was incorrect. 1913 is that N that you see there. That's on the that's on it. Alright, folks, so hope you enjoyed the hunt. Wasn't a real lot of good stuff that came out, but we got some good stuff anyway. Alright, hope you enjoy the video, guys. See you next time.